Today I'm going to show you how to put together a cover for your albums using tape, and I love this tape. This is P3 tape from paperphenomenon.com. She has great tape. What I do is I lay some out and I start about a ½ inch in, and just lay the chipboard over the tape, trying to center as well as possible. You're not always going to get centered, but as centered as possible. And you're going to cover 3 sides. Up to about a ½ inch on the last side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pull it back just a little bit so you can cut it. And we want it cut right at that mark. Then we're going to put it on the rest of the way. You're going to run your hand down the sides. You're going to cut a notch out of every corner. I'm not so hot at my notches, so you have to bear with me. My notches don't usually come off. And if it doesn't come off, that's fine. Just flip it over onto your chipboard. Like so. And you're going to do that on both sides. And what you're going to do is you're going to start on the side. Place it. Turn it over to your other side. This is your top and your bottom. And then this is your outside edge. You're going to do that on both pieces. What I do after I've cut the first piece, I can use the back end to cut the size for the second piece. And we're just going to do the same thing over. There is no perfect, so don't go on thinking she messed up, she messed up. Everybody messes up. That's what makes us human, learning from our mistakes. And then on this piece, which is your spine, what we're going to do is we're going to take two small pieces. You're going to put them at the top of each part of your top and bottom of your spine. And if you have problems like this, just bend your corner and it'll pop up. You're just going to want to center it, sort of. Stuff is really sticky. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece about an inch, inch and a half bigger on each side of the length of the spine. We're going to lay it down, sticky side up. You're going to try and center this on it. Then you're going to place your one piece of your cover on top, and you're going to want to get it exactly on there. And you're just going to flip it over onto the tape. When you pull it apart, that's your spacing. And you're going to flip these two pieces up to cover. And you're going to do the same thing with the second long piece. Oh, I bent that the wrong way. Sorry, creaky table. This is actually my sewing table. But you know, we work with what we have. I have a desk, but it's too small to do videos on. And if you stick your tape together on accident, that's easy. Pull it apart. Then you need two pieces cover the open spot on the spine edges. That is your cover, and it opens and closes really easy. You don't have to worry about any of the paper cracking like they did on the old way. This is nice. Now, once you get your hinge in, this is what it'll look like. And then you're just going to end up covering it with paper. Pattern paper and your signatures, which will be in a different video. That's all I have for tonight. Thanks.